Good afternoon there, sir. How are you?
Hey, not too bad. Battling that cold here.
Yeah, I I heard it in your voice a little earlier, but hope you're taking care of right now.
Say again.
Said I hope you are taking care of yourself right now. Let me check and make sure I'm can be heard like I'm supposed to. Check some things. Yep, yeah, I'm off there. Okay, how are we sounding now?
On this end, it sounds good.
All right, good deal. Yeah, man, I had to avoid that today by not being up there a little too much, but you're that's actually my yard right there. I mean the front yard right there.
Man,
leading up to the house. We got to go today.
I know Kaja enjoyed that, didn't you?
How did they? Oh my goodness, man! Excited about it. I was excited for it. I said I was excited for it.
Yeah, it's
how did the town make out as far as
Oh man, it's we got it bad. I think we got about 5, maybe 6 inches. All through the night. I was out till about 1:30, 2 o'clock because I just didn't know. I knew some things. I was reminded of some places where it could have been someone without a home, kind of holding out. So kind of skirt around there and check that out. And then over behind Dollar Tree, I saw footsteps coming off of Ashland Avenue. So, but I was a little skeptical because you don't know what you're going to roll into. But went back there, didn't see anybody. I don't have any reports. But right now, the biggest concern is the black ice. So I think the risk is elevated several notches now because now this thing has melted and now freezing over. And what is the temperature? I think it's supposed to get into the teens tonight.
Yeah, around 14 down in your down there.
Yeah, and so it's 24 right now, and it's heading south as the night get older. And so there were a couple cars that slid off into the ditch. Had no real business out there, and so that's what we can expect when we don't. I mean, when we go out under these bad conditions. and hopefully tonight again, black ice is a whole different animal. You know, I've served in places where this right here is, you know, is really nothing. You go to Korea, you know, Colorado, those kind of places, man, where snow is, you know, that's a seasonal thing. And so
And let me,
experienced
like you said, even in those places, like what makes it dangerous here is that we don't. This is a rare thing. You know what I'm saying? And people like, oh, y'all acting. Yeah, we acting crazy because we don't get snow every every so often. And
it.
so when you start talking about these little areas that's shaded by trees that don't get a lot of sunlight throughout the day, and and maybe some water run across the road that you don't even notice regularly. Like you
That's
said,
right.
man, that black ice is
And you never know, because as soon as you break, when you break, now your vehicle has become a bobsled, and you're going to go where that speed and the elevation takes you. And so a couple guys, ended up in the ditch last night. I don't think they got hurt, but it could have been avoided.
Okay. As far as opening tomorrow, are you guys going to be open, the town of Andrews?
No, because the weather doesn't expect to get better until probably Thursday. Tomorrow, again, as I look at this thing here, it'll still be in freezing temperatures all the way up through noon tomorrow. And so it takes, and then you start to creep into about 30 highs, I think, at 38 tomorrow. So that's not going to do much for the operation, especially, safe operation. Just our trash truck, folks coming from afar, to work. So we're not going to put them in harm's way. So we'll be publishing something later tonight that speaks to that. And so Jerusalem. So in terms of the shelter, Jerusalem Association again.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask about. Any updates on the shelter situation?
Yeah, it was open all day today, and expected that we didn't have anyone show up. No one brought anyone. No one showed up, and so I got to give it to Pastor Jason Coakley, Miss Ramona McCullough, and Marcus Pope, because they were out there today manning that place, and nobody showed up. Which again, maybe that's it's not a greater need as been expressed by many that were guessing. We know that the need down in Georgetown was a little higher because of the number of people that were showing up last night, and I haven't gotten an update from Minister Jackie Williams, but I suspect that it continues, and I think tonight again is going to be high demand for shelter.
Definitely. She said they had a full house last night.
Yeah, they were filling up, and as I speak, and like I said, I was there probably after 7, and those guys were already bedding down. Man, they were happy for that safe space, that warm space, and they were crashing out at 7:30. And of course, you heard a young man who was not necessarily interrupting her, but was asking her questions about the bathroom. So, and what was noticeable is that she never told him to go away, that she was on the podcast. She answered all the questions.
She was doing boots on the ground, man.
Yeah, so she's that
kind of warrior, boots on the ground.
Right. She's that kind of person that you would always, want in your corner. And so thank God for her and the other deacons in Mount Olive for extending that olive branch to these folks, man, in a critical time of need. So.
No doubt. And for anybody interested in donating to the Mount Olive Baptist Church and Miss Jackie and what they're doing over there, providing because they do things past this, in the summertime, they provide a cooling shelter also. And, it's a you really got to go back tomorrow. I mean, go back and listen to listen to Talk Tuesday from yesterday, and listen to what they got going on over there at 1043 Duke Street at Mount Olive Baptist Church of Georgetown. Again, there's Zelle information if you're interested in doing any kind of financial donation. Is right there. Their phone number is there also, so I would definitely highly recommend you call them, and establish some kind of some kind of dialogue with them before making a donation to that. I think that'd be that'd just be a good practice to do that.
Yeah, because they have the operational costs. Although the donations with clothes and some food, they still have operational costs. So that with lights, that not all those things. So I think this is a worthy organization to soar into, if you will. Let's go ahead and look out for them, and we'll be doing that with them and the Jerusalem Association as well, because that's a big place. You got to warm it up, and that's not cheap. It's not free. So let's be good neighbors and friends and fellow community leaders and help out these two organizations because I'm sure it wasn't. They may have planned, because they've done it before. They may have planned it in their annual budget, but I'm not sure. But we don't need to take that chance, because we want them to be there the next time people need their support.
Okay.
Yeah, my energy level's low, bro.
Yeah, man. And I appreciate you being here. Obviously, we had no takers on it's Alexa. So I just, I wanted to get that update, and then I want to go ahead and talk about the water bill situation a little bit. That is going on over there on Andrews SC News. Is a big thing that the mayor's over here. If you know the mayor's over here, why don't you come over here and talk to him? Obviously, that's not the way people
they don't like me being on the podcast. I typically don't go to those sites because it's all negative. It's not conducive to development or the growth of your community. And some just doesn't care about that. And so where they have the opportunity to come and address any matter that may be, of some sort of angst to them. But this seems to be the platform that several folks want to use. And that's okay. That's their prerogative. But I will not, lower my standards to having a fight on Facebook about something that's not even an issue. There are plenty of opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
And so, just to kind of set the for anybody that's listening and wondering, trying to give you some context as to what it is. This meeting that I'm about to show you now took place, like the people say, I got receipts, okay? And what I want to do, why this is why I got all hyped up in the thing, because I wanted to get the people to come on over here and get this attention, get attention onto what is the real talk. Like, it's open dialogue. Come over here and talk. I can't bite your head off through the screen. I'm just gonna, but I will question, whatever it is. There's a link I just put in on Welcome to Andrews the Podcast, and Andrews the Podcast. I need to put it on Facebook. It's already on Facebook. Click the link. It's easy to come on, right? We don't have to get into a yelling match, but to give some context as to how long the situation with the water bill. People in Andrews had an issue with not receiving their water bill, and so there was a town hall meeting that took place. Okay, and I'm gonna play a little bit of that, right? And actually, I can play it now while I'm talking.
Not just a system.
I can set that up right there a little bit, right? This is the correct meeting, right?
I'm sure it is. We had several of them.
Yeah, and so let's see. If it's not that one, then it's going to be this one.
The mayor and a strong
That's the
strong
same
mayor.
one.
There's certain things that he.
Okay, but we're getting nowhere to those people who just want to continually bash and mislead people. Andrews, SC News, you're doing the town a disservice. There is open dialogue. They block me because, again, I say things that they don't like. A lot of people, I say things that a lot of people don't like. But over here, I will allow you to say things that I don't like. That don't mean I'm going to censor you or try to silence you or anything. My whole goal in this, right, is to for me, it sounds like somebody has a problem, right? Well, I think I have the answer to help make that just kind of not go away, but bring us a solution to the problem. That's not, people don't want that. The town did a series of these town hall meetings here. So a lot of what you're hearing tonight.
Look at the attendance.
There you go. I think I did this. Let's see, let's go to number 1. But a lot of these people attend Facebook town halls.
Yeah, that's
Rapid changes in personal system. This thing started to fail, and so about July of last year, we started to see some of the results of what I just described to you.
If you want me to stop and that you want to get a point in, just say something. We could talk over this.
And that continued to get worse. And so we had bills that went out that was obviously extremely higher than a normal bill. That set off obviously a firestorm across town because everyone got concerned about their bill. When I spoke with you last time, I thought it was not necessarily a simple fix or analysis, but as we got into it, it was much deeper than that. So,
all right, quick question.
Yeah.
Is the problem still going on?
No. Here's the deal. So you will have, again, you have over 1,600 accounts, and it could be if they have an issue or it could be very different. Not all of them are the same, and that's what I explain to them. Every time I go, we have these conversations. We've worked through those things. I personally, along with the staff, have went through every account before this previous bill that went out, and identified at some other accounts that needed to be worked on. Various reasons I say worked on, kind of general, because it has again different issues. Those are in a category by itself. Those bills are average. Again, because it's fair. It's the fair way to look at this, as opposed to the town continuing to lose money, is to go back, assess these accounts on their average use for a period of time, somewhere 4 to 6 months. 3 to 4, but you'll see a consistency, and that's a fair thing, as opposed to what we've done on 2 occasions during this crisis was to write it all off. We can't do that.
Whoa. All right, wait, hold on. Don't. I'm sorry, sir, but I need you to kind of slow it down there a little bit.
Yeah.
And I know, I understand you under the weather. But my question is, you just said that the town absorbed that. How did y'all resolve those bills, the bill fiasco the first time? Again, could you kind of break that down a little bit? I know you kind of went through that, but a little less technical.
I'll put it to you like this. So in a 6-month period, everybody across the board had to only pay $411 each. 6 months. That's way below what an average use in a household. But we thought it was fair. Some, we had to go back and look at, because it may have been one person. So that may not have been fair to a handful of folks, and we go back and fix that. But again, because it's the it's system and some other things that we deal with. We thought it was fair to not. And again, nobody lost water, period. In fact, I believe their usage went up because
in fact, I was at this meeting, and a lot of people came in there mad as hell. And a lot of them left out of there quiet as hell too.
Yeah. Because there's an explanation for all of them. We just, again, these type of town halls, community forums, is to give you an overview of where we are, what we're going to do about it. Not necessarily to address each account, because those accounts would have to go into the system, which is back at the in the office, and then go through those things one by one with the individual. So it's not to solve the issue in there, but they understood that you got a huge break on 2 occasions. The second one, when I think was 200 something bucks, that covered another period of time. And so that we have now resolved most of those issues. And if there's an issue with, again, with an account, it will be average. And then now, as you remember a few weeks ago, we had someone invited Live 5 News down here because and did not have a problem. This guy did not have an issue at all. People getting wrapped around, getting so involved into politics in terms of party that they just want to throw stones like this. This mess that took place last night. Well, I'm not going to get into that. You know what I'm saying? That's not, because real men and women sit down and go through the process and figure out if there's a glitch, then we work it. We had an 87-year-old gentleman came to the meeting last month, and he just wanted to make sure his bill would be a little bit more consistent. He did it the right way and left out there with the answers he was looking for. But you shouldn't have to be 80 some odd years old to know that this is the adult responsible thing to do. That's my point. And so when that happens, are you really looking for or do you really have a problem? One, and are you looking for a real solution by going on Facebook and on this platform, because it has become, hate the mayor. And I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me, because I have a job to do. I'm going to do it honestly. And if there's a mistake, I'll own up to it. Nobody's perfect, but I refuse to follow. And the thing is, these are grown folks. So what is the kids left to do? And I know it's a sore subject, but when adults are doing this kind of stuff, I guarantee you can draw a line to what happened at the high school. Okay? Yeah. Because kids are watching this stuff. And if my mom or my grandmother or some business is out here trying to, I guess they're looking for attention. I don't know. Then where what's left for the kids to do but follow suit? And I think that's what we don't understand, the second and third order effects of our conduct as adults.
And I mean, because I have opinions that are my own, and I'm deeply rooted in the freedom of speech, but I do understand the responsibility that I have with the platform that I have. That's why I provide a platform with solutions, solutions based. And that was part of the conversation over there on the mayor hangs out over there, and it's a race to ignorance that I don't want to deal with. It's a level of dishonesty and cowardice that, hey, again, I just provided a link that's on. I think they want to draw me into it. And it's not that I want these stupid little, or just admit that you don't have a problem and it's something else. You're deflecting. And so, okay, cool. But it is I'm wondering if the community is looking at, see, it's easy for them to say, oh, Andrews the podcast is the bad guy. Cool, we'll be that. But when Scott Harper and Gab News constantly paints Andrews in a bad light, consistently, when Andrews SC News consistently place Andrews, put Andrews in a bad light. And you talk about party, because a lot of the people running over to Andrews SC News don't understand that most of these people politically wouldn't spit on you. But they'll use your ignorance, right? Because hey, you instead of coming over to a platform where we can have some dialogue about it, no, we'll go over there and be coward. Again, you say these are grown men. These are grown people that's doing this. One lady works in the Georgetown County Procurement Office.
And
Your
here's
tax
the
money.
thing. Most of them have my direct number, and I haven't gotten a call.
It's cowardice. It's cowardice. It's cowardice to send people random anonymous letters. It's cowardice to avoid. This man is in the office way more for that little $600. First of all, shout out to you. God is definitely with you because woo. Nah. And then you out last night riding around. That was another thing. And then somebody, I guess everybody wants to virtue signal and act like I found a post and I put it in this little reel where it's like that Nino Brown thing. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a turkey, and while I'm giving you this turkey, I'm gonna humiliate your ass. I'm gonna take a, you know what I mean? Because it's not about you and the turkey. It's about me showing somebody else that hey, I'm supreme. I'm this. I'm that. But does any of these people reach out to these platforms and talk about how dangerous they are? Nope. We run right over there. Yes, the boss. I'll get right on there with yourself and do the.
Is that the Snoop Dogg version?
Hey, the Snoop Dogg. I'm telling you, I'm working on a piece right now. Rap music has halted the development of a generation of black people mentally. I'm telling you, because you look at a person like, I mean, let's take Snoop Dogg, like you just said. He got up to 15. I want to see whether you do this here, do that there, and which one are you gonna be? You know what I mean? And you got people that follow Snoop.
Yeah.
That's why the white folks put him in T-Mobile commercials. That's why they put him in Corona commercials. That's why they got the Snoop Dogg print and all of these doggone Walmarts all over it's money, baby. Okay, and they know black people worship. We worship our celebrities. We worship our celebrities.
Yeah, that's the same, man. That's what's killing the community. And here is the unknown. We're in the middle or the beginning of a winter storm. You got maybe five or six people running around looking for people that are homeless and trying to gather resources. We're working across, with Georgia, all this. And this thing, was that a squirrel? Like,
listen. Come on now. Listen. I'm sorry, and I have to like keep things in perspective. Where are we last? This system is like I remember a couple years ago, you was running around with a chicken with your head cut off, trying to get the system right to kind of chilling right now.
We you
know
good.
What I mean?
Yeah, we'll work out the eaches and definition. But overall, no, we're good. And I think people would again. If you're going to come out here and post these kind of things, why don't you go ahead and be completely transparent and understand that not every system is the same. And you look at residential usage, somewhere between 6,000-9,000, depending on how many gallons a month. It depends on how many people in there. You go over to the the commercial business or restaurants. That's going to be much higher because if you're not using a lot of water to wash and sanitize those equipment and do their business, something is wrong. So it is different. Then you go down to places like Agru, Tree Bowl, and those things. Their usage varies, and they're very high because of water consumption is a key part to their operation. So I don't, that wasn't made clear. I guess because when these folks started throwing stuff out there. But look, this storm, it won't last long. Hey, come on down. We can sit down and take a look at it. I don't have a problem with it.
Hey, we got more people watching this live right now than you got in that town hall meeting right there.
No way. And this, yeah.
There you go.
But then the other interesting thing, you got folks like, I can't remember this gentleman's name. He lives in King Street, and he running his mouth about what's happening in Andrews. Has no clue. And another guy, I think he's a grandfather. Man, go sit down somewhere. You know,
hey, and they all meet, they all meeting over at the Klan rally page, Andrews SC
Lord.
News.
Klan
rally page. The owner of that page, she out of Johnsonville, and you know how they do down in Johnsonville. I heard that's where the Klan started at down there.
I hope that's not the case.
Yeah,
but we have the thing is, Jamal, we have a community that has great potential, has made some great strides. We got, right now we're executing about $7 million worth of projects right now. It's been obviously halted by the storm. Morgan Avenue is going to be, pipes, water and sewer going to be replaced all the way down to Alder from Little Caesar Pizza. The meters, we're now going to automatic read. So that's 1,500 meters right now. I think it's going to have the automatic read on it, where it will eliminate a lot of this, human error, if you will. And so a lot's happening. We're going to be replacing lift stations. All the things that people don't have an appreciation for until your sewer backs up in your house or the road caves in. But we're not talking about that. We want to go and find something that is not. It's just they enjoy conflict. But,
where are all of those people? There was a lady that posted, and I'm not posting that garbage tonight. I'm just,
yeah.
But the one who was saying that, I guess they said it was looking for you.
They should have come outside
or whatever.
And that's interesting. It was, we talked about it last night. Again, if you want the real update, come to the podcast. We don't pull your opinion and then make that somebody's fact. We sit here to talk about it's real talk. Here facts. I'm not here to lie to you, but she would have known, or he, whomever it is, would have known that I was already out there, which is probably contributing to my illness right now.
By now, one or two of y'all there's a link. I posted a link on. It's an easy click. It's easy. I could do it. Click and come on. Okay.
That's not
and come on.
That's not the way to do it. Yeah.
But it's because they because you got a water bill problem. Because and let me be clear. Is people losing water pressure low or something?
No. They washing every day probably until they just get tired of standing up in the shower. They have never, and over this entire period, never received a penalty because of, never received a penalty or had your service disrupted.
What kind of hit has the town taken in this thing?
Oh my God, man. I don't even want to, it's a big hit. It's hundreds of thousands. And so, but thank God we had, we over the years, we have built up a balance that in crisis, you're going to have, this is going to happen. This is not the only place. I guarantee you can Google it and you'll see some of these same challenges throughout these old towns. We're just not going to give up and let it continue forever. And that's it. Now it's any of these old towns. You got 271 municipalities.
You know what's driving a lot of it on Andrews SC? It's a lot of it's
I don't know.
It's the ignorance about, well, just let Georgetown come in and take it. And these are the same people that won't take a minute to go and actually look at what's going on in Georgetown, and then ask yourself, because remember, the guy that was running for council, Mr. Cumbie, even said that about letting he'd be open to the idea of Georgetown coming in and taking over. And go ahead.
Why would you do that when and again, if you're paying attention to the real news, this in the Georgetown Times, there's a lawsuit right now with Georgetown, the city, and the district on these companies releasing chemical into their water. They have a serious and I'm not here to bash, because I know it's a challenge.
It's not bashing, it's the fact. Let me find it. Let me find it. Go ahead.
But and it's always the family members that really come after each other. It's the darndest thing in my life, man. I'm accustomed to people pulling together for the common good of all, and we're not there yet. Okay, and the thing is that if you count the number of people that's keeping these kind of silly things going, it's very small because we got some great citizens here in town, and they don't want to fight against these folks because these guys have no breaks. They want to invite you out so then they can get and do and say things which an upstanding citizen won't do. So they let it ride, and again that's what I think that's a good thing, because mess it gets worse as you stir into it. So but I'm comfortable where I am and where we are to take care of the town's business, man. And so if I got a handful of uninterested people about the growth of this town, then they get written off. It's that simple. And we move forward with those who want Andrews to be a better place. And because they understand that it ain't going to happen overnight. But I will tell you, with the things that have happened in Andrews here over these last few years, that it's pretty amazing. Other people outside of the town believe in the potential, but you're going to have that handful that just want to be a child again, and that's how they're going to conduct.
I got a different terminology, but I'll say that. But to your point, right?
Yes, sir.
I wonder how many times, right? And all of you that go over there and you talking about news, you want news, okay? And the problem is over here is that I cover a lot of the stories too fast. It's boring as hell. What the hell are you talking about? You know what I mean? But then, I like that, I'm from Jones Avenue, so we like to mix it up a little bit, you know what I mean?
But it's substance. It's substance.
Well, and listen, that's why I have the best. Listen, Real Talk Tuesday. We have the smartest audience in Georgetown County. Period.
Yeah.
If you the smart money, you bet no Real Talk Tuesday on too, because the information is there. It's not just about the town of Andrews and the mayor of Andrews. It's about the people. They come, man. Listen, but just tune in. But to your point,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I wonder how many times any of you that went over to and the problem is most people are messy. That's why they go over there looking for mess. You feel what I'm saying? How many times did you go over there, right? And they talked about the water in Andrews. They talked junk about, the water system in Andrews, right? The water system in Andrews. And here's an article from January 9th, okay? So we don't got to go way back to just show you how far how you're being misled, okay?
Yeah. And again, not to highlight,
it's not bashing, sir. I got you.
Right.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to go ahead, but go ahead. I apologize.
No, I just wanted them to know. But
you'll never see this over there. Is my point.
Right.
You'll never see them talk about what's really going on in Georgetown County. The job of the media is to hold those in power in check. That's supposed to be the stand in the gap. But these
people,
WHORESs for attention. That's what they want. They are attention whores. They don't care nothing about speaking truth to power, calling people. Listen, I just need the answer. Be transparent with me. I know you're not a miracle worker. Just be transparent with me as to what the processes is. And I'm all right.
Yeah, the hard truth, man, is this is
why they're trying to steal y'all water in Andrews, South Carolina, right here, right now.
And
This
I
is
just
why
don't
they're
think.
trying to steal y'all water right now. This is what's been going on in Georgetown County for a long, long time. This is the water wars. If you want to, they got it covered up as all these other things. They tried their best to put the worst people in place. Okay, if the town Andrews was supposed to fall off in a cliff. And once Andrews fell off into the cliff, they was going to open up that tap right there, wherever that thing is, the Georgetown, and start sucking all of y'all water out of Andrews, which is some of the best water in the state. That's why you don't see things like this. And this article is disingenuous because it says Georgetown County, and that's not true, because not all Georgetown County got bad water.
No,
and I digress.
Our water is only required to be treated by chlorine, and so our wells are about 800-900 feet deep, which is unheard. Again, good water. Our water is permitted by DHEC or DES now. That's every year. We have our water treated. We have a third party out of ESTS out of Conway that comes in to also test the water to make sure. I mean, we have a tech our own, but and this thing that could be, that's going in people's body, I want a number of eyes on it. So we have multiple tests going on throughout the month to make sure that there's no contamination. But and so you're right. We have some of the best water, and we do have connections. Let's say if these guys need water over there, we can push water. We have two connections, one on 521 and one on that the town of Andrews, before I got here, can't take credit for that, but that connection was put in place years ago. But right now, we can go to those valves and open them up and go. We have 3 wells pumping right now.
And again, this is me. That's known, not by everybody, but that's known, right? And those who know, they know how to, like, man, it's a way that you can pass information. You ain't gotta lie, but you can underrepresent the information and mislead.
Yeah, the different platforms are you just taking someone's opinion or position and you posting it. There's no dialogue on these platforms, and that's so really essentially it's an inquiring mind. It's everybody just your opinion, but unfortunately, too many people don't take the time to go and research or call the source and say, hey, what is going on here? This is what I'm reading. I had a lady came yesterday, an elderly lady, when all the big talk about this, just droves and droves of homeless people. And this lady came to town hall, elderly lady, and she has a house. She wanted to offer up her house. We advised her not to, because at that point in time and now, there's no droves and droves of homeless people in Andrews. Now there are people that are battling, addiction, but they have relatives. We know these people. We deal with them almost weekly, but they weren't even in the places that they normally are. Like I said, I went behind, Dollar Tree. I went out to this place over on the rec side, because we know that, a couple of folks that hangs out in that area. And I also had concern about one guy we all know, I won't call his name, that is living in a house that is not powered.
How many of these people? How many of these people that you came to you? How many throughout the year when the weather is good? How many of these people come to you with concerns about feeding these people then? Because they ain't just hungry when it get cold now.
0. Hey, that's
the BS I'm talking about right there. You feel me? Like, and this is like, come on, y'all.
And we have a young brother that's always hanging out up on between beach and far. And everybody know him, everybody love him, but he spends a lot of time up there. So they found him and said, hey, we need to get you in the shelter. I know I won't call his name. He went in his pocket and pulled his key out. He said, I have a place to go. Yeah, I don't need that. That's because
none of these people stop and talk to. I thought it was a big homeless problem in Andrews until I went out there and started sitting around and realized, hey, look, there's some issues there, but there's more of a fentanyl crisis than there is a homeless problem in Georgetown County. But the numbers already say that.
Yeah.
Okay. But nobody voted on that. Nobody ran on that in this last election, because guess what? It ain't up but some poor white trash that's dying, I guess.
Well, that's unfortunate because everybody's life is important and valuable, regardless. I've seen people recover from turn their life around, and if we're going to just write them off, when the weather is good, and then get real excited when the weather, that's not how it is, because every day you're going to need those same resources, food, place to live, and that kind of thing. So I choose, if like this platform, and again, some guy was all up and has boxes in a bunch because you can find them on yes you can, and you will find me on Andrew's podcast and anywhere else I choose to be. But what you will get is the truth every time. And if anybody on any of these other platforms are interested in what was really going on and had a balanced reporting, I would speak with them also. But it's proven over time that they have no interest in talking about anything that is positive going on in this town. And for you folks who support them, that's what you're getting.
Hey, I don't want to cross this line and we'll fight. You cross the line, cross the street, and then we keep moving the goalposts. And I'm using the word fight again. I'm sorry because it sounds aggressive, but it's just, guys, we are wasting too much time. You know what I mean? Like with that foolishness. If you need attention, I mean, you got it. Okay, there you go. You got it. You made a little money tonight. Okay.
No, but I appreciate you guys. And what was interesting, the gentleman who posted that, I got it from his relative. They know it was nonsense for putting that up there. And I said, well, if you're looking for attention,
they got a little technical. So, what's going on with McDonald's water bill up there? They ain't got no water. They paying their water. What's the deal? Since they put it out there, I'm just gonna, just hey. Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I'm like a trash collector. I get up, I get on Facebook, and I get in my trash truck, and I ride around and I just collect garbage like Fred Sanford.
Yeah. No, we're blessed because of this temperature. We expect to have some problem. But the tech called me today and said, no, the water, the system is running fine, hasn't been affected. And again, tonight it's going to be much colder, and so we hope that continues. But no, and I won't,
click the link. There it is. Eddie Shackelford here. Click the link right on time. There's a link. Matter of fact, I'll send it to your inbox. I'll send it to your messenger.
Yeah, we won't discuss any because it's a privacy thing too. But if anybody wants to do that, then we can do that.
Let me send it to his inbox here. Since we got such a issue with the water in Andrews, Mia, I don't know what you're doing with these people water. So I don't know what you're doing with their water. I'm sending it to your messenger right now. And there it is. This is what the podcast is all about right here, baby. Let's get it pop. Let's see. The bill for that organization is paid through corporate. Oh, I don't know. I just see stuff on Facebook. I told you what I am. I'm a garbage man. There we go. But this ain't no garbage right here tonight. All right, Eddie, I sent you that link. Just click it. Make sure you got some light on your face there. And come on in here. It's just like a Zoom. It ain't. You ain't got to do nothing special. Hop on in there. In the meantime, in between time,
and that has been a problem. That's been a problem for us, is getting people in that can do that. And people who can then, again, deal with the complexity of what we're dealing with under these kind of conditions, because everybody's a little on edge. and finding the right people to have. Again, Mrs. Taylor is a blessing being up front because she can communicate with you all and not lose it and give you detailed information on what's going on. So she's probably at this point less than 6 months. The service is working, but it's a temporary, not approved. It's a temporary line that keeps our anxiety high, and DHEC is on us all the time. So we just got the pumps, the bypass pump for that in today. I think that's let me get this thing here. That is clay pipe all the way down that thing. And so that is a major operation. And again, thankful that we were able to qualify for that. And that will be changed out. But for this thing, again, we're talking about, in this case, for this customer, their water and sewer was 107, 123. And again, you do the math, that'll come out just for water usage. It's $38 some change, $38.50. Then you add the garbage, that's your 6 months, and again, the 3 months, this thing is sensitive. Then the 3 months that's captured for 22. And we have to go back because our budget year runs from July to July. That's why we're capturing those. We're not going back any beyond that point. And in this case, now the other thing I want to clarify is that we again, a part of this software, you put dates in, it automatically gives you the dates and time, the dates for any penalties and a due date. We understand that everyone did not pay along the way. So in those individual cases, when you come in, then we will work out a payment plan. Now, what that means is that, especially for those, because I will tell you, every month before this happened.
Eddie Shack, what's going on, brother? How are you?
How y'all doing, man? I'm doing great. I'm doing it better.
Doing good.
Yes, sir.
All right, so there you go, guys. Go ahead. I'm gonna go grab me something to drink. I'll be right back, but y'all have at it real fast, okay?
Yeah. First of all, I just want to tell the mayor, well, it ain't nothing against you or nothing, and I'm all for the Tonga Andrews, but my people and whoever's saying corporate pay for this, pay the bills, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm run by a franchisee, owner operator. So this is an individual that actually paid his bill through an accountant.
Mm-hmm.
But so
yeah,
my issue is these different numbers and what we use to average. I know time change on things, but I've been running this store since this store was there.
Mm-hmm.
Since it was built. And he never actually got over a water bill over $1,200 monthly rate. So the first bill we had when we had the problem back in 2001, the Tonga Andrews sent us a bill for $175,310.26.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So undoubtedly we know we had a problem right then. That's self-explanatory. I'm talking about $175,000, $175,310.26.
Mm-hmm.
And it had
2001.
Yeah,
Okay.
Service date 4/12/21 to 5/12/21, 30 days, and that's what they mailed my accountant, our accountant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Doing the other process, we haven't seen bills, and then they send us a bill from 7/24/2023 to October the 7th, 2024, a total of 441 days, and the amount of $6,036.13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got another bill here, 12/15/2024 to 12/06/2024. 21 days for a bill for 33, 37, 30, 33, 38, 38. These numbers all over the board. And my concern was, even when you had that meeting, I tried to address it. I think the town of Andrews know they had a problem with meter reading. I didn't understand why they just ain't went back into history and average up people's bills. Look at the history of the years. McDonald's been there since May of '97. Same location. And as I say, I've been affiliated with that location. I've been the GM of that location from May of '97 to 2007. Then I came back as a supervisor in 2010 and never saw a water bill over $1,500 at that location.
All right. Well, there could be several things going on with your, and again, I can't account for 2001. That's about 15 years before I got to the town. But like anything else, we can come in and take a look at anything that's recent, especially during this period when we were out of sync. Now, not all accounts. Now, you have some accounts, especially in these big businesses, are not reading properly. So then once these things get changed out, then now you get an accurate reading. That could be a contributing factor to a water increase, not just yours or anyone. But these are all the things, and now I have the ability to pull a data study back 30, 45 days to show you how consistent, or you, anybody, what is happening for a 24-hour period for the past 45 days. That tells you, and it'll show if there's activity going on when you're not there, if the place is closed. That's an indication that there's a leak somewhere. And again, as I said earlier in this program, businesses in places like yours are going to be much higher than some of the other places. But I won't judge. I will, and again, you know where I am. We can sit down and bring your stuff in. What my issue was when it was sent to me is that you didn't give me an opportunity to have the conversation, and I didn't think that was good protocol. And so, because when you get out there like that, then people who don't have an issue, they want to jump on that, jump on that red sign and just go in a direction that has probably don't even have a problem. And so what I will say to everyone that's watching now, when we come in, take a look at your account, we'll go back over, we're going to come back on this show. And then if you want to, because I can't, it's a privacy thing, but if you agree to it, we will walk down through your account from as far back as we can, and then talk about it so people can have if this is going to be a public discussion. I don't have a problem if that's what you want to do. But my thing was, give me a chance to take a look at it. And why I took it personal, because I think like anyone, if you're in charge of something and something goes wrong, it's your responsibility regardless. I take full responsibility for everything, whether it's my people doing it or whatever. And you and I know each other for a long time, since we were kids.
Yeah.
And so I thought it was been a little bit more, appropriate for us to have that conversation in there where I can pull your account up and walk through it, and then do those things, those checks and balances that will come to a resolution on this thing. But you saw that thing take off. We got people talking about Andrews Water don't even live here.
Yeah,
I don't know who this guy is. Yeah, and that's yeah.
Yeah, so not cutting you off. And I'm glad we're on this point. Just like I said, it have nothing to do with you, because yesterday I've been on the phone with your administrator, 3-way call with me, her, and my accountant. Mm-hmm. And she told me plainly, straight up, took my email address. I'm sending it to you right now. So I don't take it personal when people lie to me. I just be straight up. I mean, I can't stand a liar. And she told me, we stay on the phone all the way from Pawleys Island all the way till I got on 31W over there. three-way, me, her, and the accountant.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going over stuff, and she's supposed to send me all the details. Yeah, I got it right here. I'm going to send you all the details for me to match up with my paperwork. If I see it, Donald Trump see it. Bill
Well, you know,
Clinton.
and again, we were in the middle of a winter storm, so I had to release my folks yesterday. So that could be contributing. I don't know. But I'm taking over this account now, and I will be going through it. I travel with these things. I just don't have the computer to walk down through your account. When it gets to this point, then I go through it. Not the Water Tech or anybody else. That's what I do. So my door's open. You come on in, and we can bring all of your and the one thing you need to bring is all of your payments. So all of the payments, your bills, and if not, again, it's the history is in the computer, and we can walk down through this thing and see what the problem is.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is what I say. I mean, this is getting on me, and I'm just being straight up. You know, when they were calling, my accountant calling, like, I can send you all the email. Do I pay this? Do I pay this? And I was like, yeah, they working on problem mode, and I was giving y'all the benefit of the doubt, and I was like, yeah, approved. Go ahead and pay it.
Was he paying?
Yeah, they were paying.
Okay, yeah, bring those canceled checks, and we'll take a look at it, and then we'll come back on Andrews the podcast here and talk to these folks and let them know what the real deal is.
Yeah, we've been paying. I said when they send us, but they keep calling me because it was such a big red flag. And like, ain't no way, because I got a $6.3 million store in Georgetown that's still open 24 hours a day. And the Andrews water bill is 2 times more than Georgetown. So,
well, I think that's a classic mistake folks make too, because the rates are not the same. Georgetown rates, our rates, and the district are not the same.
Yeah, I understand they're not the same, but just come with me though. I'm telling you, but I serve 3 times more customers in Georgetown than Andrews. So Georgetown is flushing more and got a whole lot more than. I know the rates might be different.
Yeah,
but it still shouldn't be that upside down. I'm just keeping it real with you.
Right.
It shouldn't be no upside down to this bad.
We'll take a look at it, because we have scheduled rates that cannot change. That's by law, and every year there's an increase, 3.5% increase in the water and sewer, and so we'll take a look at it. I'm not going to sit here because I don't have it in front of me and say there's not a glitch, but I will be able to show. We'll be able to determine where it is, and then we'll come back and see if Jamal will have us and go ahead and talk about it.
Hey, listen. Y'all don't understand. This is what I got. I got 2 leaders in the community. You see what I'm saying? This how you rock right here. You understand what I'm saying? This how you rock. I know my classmate been coming through. You feel what I'm saying? And I know we got a stand up mayor. And this is what the platform is all about. Anybody is welcome to come use it.
And apparently the Bill's accountable lady is listening. It's not the administrator. It's the tech that you spoke with. She sent me the email here. So I'm not even going to read that. Like I say, I'm going to send the email between you and her, or whomever this. Yeah, I see your name here. I'll take this and all of the information, and we're going to go through it, and we can come back and chop it up.
Yeah, I mean, just like I tell them, I mean, everybody sit there and live on the podcast. I mean, everybody sit there and want to this is mayor. Look here, bro. I run behind 27 McDonald's. You run behind the Tongue Andrews. You got a lot on your plate. And just like I say, the only reason I got frustrated because I talked to someone I know they should be having your back. If they gonna actually say they're gonna do, they actually need to do. And
you said you spoke with them yesterday?
Yes, we were on phone 3 weeks.
Like I said, I released the staff because of the weather conditions, so they may not have gotten there. But it's but the data is still there. So we'll get this. If we're back in there Friday, then my doors are open Friday. Then it can be Friday evening. We can come back here and talk about it or whenever.
But just like I say, I know the rates change and all, but just like I say, when I just getting calls and I got to get a call every time I get a water bill from Andrews from the accountant. Eddie, do I pay this? Do I pay this?
That's what comes with that
You know,
parking space. Yeah, that's what leaders be called, man. So
and just like your administrator actually tell us, on the bill that actually do. She said, hold off, and she was gonna send me all the documentation, and which we gonna pay our bill.
See, Eddie, and I'm gonna tell you, man, you ain't like y'all not like Eddie. Okay, y'all don't have an accountant calling y'all. And what it is, you got these ones that don't want to pay their water bill, trying to get in, slide in with you, trying to sneak in with you.
Well, I know I saw somebody made the comment talking about corporate play that. Yeah, they got to know the difference. Yes, there's corporation stores and there's franchise stores. I do not work for a corporation. I work for a franchise, Valdez, and they hold me accountable. They hold me accountable.
yeah.
Yes.
No, that's hey, I can respect that. Again, you have to be accountable just like I am, and that's why I'm going to deal with this personally on Friday when I get back in there. And so we'll see where we are.
Yes, and just like I said, once again, I apologize here live on the podcast, because Eamon, sometimes we just thinking they ain't going that way. I just want really fishing up there to see is everybody actually still having a problem or issue,
They not like you, Eddie. Stop that. They not like you. They not having a problem.
Hey, like I told Jamal, man, you got folks just sitting out there waiting for an opening like that, just to talk about something and talk. It's just crazy. That's why I don't deal with those sites.
Well, just like I said, if you look at the last post, I saw a guy just post my name Eddie, and he was waiting on me to reply it. I've been already flying up. I'm gonna get a bad vibe. He waiting on me to say, "Yeah, what's up?" before he can start. But I don't want people to think it's not like that. Right. I got a business in Andrews. I support right here live. I support Frankie McClary, but I just want town. That's my hometown.
Oh, absolutely.
Ain't no way I can get on it. Yes, my driver's license is Lake City now. But Andrews is my hometown. At the end of the day, I'm born and raised there.
That's right.
And regardless of what go on, they can tear down bills, they can talk about that. Yeah. And people sit there and try to figure out all this stuff and don't realize, the revenue they take to run a town, and we don't have Harry White no more. We don't have O'Neill's no more. So people should know rates gonna grow up. Yeah. But it just, as a community, we need to find out what can we do to help with the mayor. And I hate they take the polls wrong, but
they went haywire with it.
Yeah, I just want to know how we can actually fix the problem. So
okay,
me and you sit down and chop it up and whatnot. But at the end of the day, like Jamal said, they not like me.
Yeah.
No, they acting like they got an account. My account. Your wife called you and said you ain't had enough of money to pay. No, stop. Hey, Shaq. Hey, Hall of Fame. You know what I want you to comment on? Demetria Hamlin being named to the Hall of Fame, and because you know what I mean. I was a young buck. You know what I mean. I was there with y'all, coming up under y'all. So, but please comment on this lady's game right here, man.
Man, look here. When I tell you that is my road dog. So coming up, she was the point guard, probably biggest point guard up there on the girls' team. And after Derek Neesmith leave, I had to bring you. Well, you played on the team. Mm-hmm. I've been the biggest point guard around in the county. So when it comes to meet you, man, it's just one word I can really say, man. It's just awesome. It's been awesome. It was a thrill of me actually playing behind the girls' game. Watching her, Valdine, Tawana Clary, and then we coming up right behind them. And you know how thrilled it been when Coach Hazen came and said, hey, they're going to put the 3-point line in effect. I'm going to get an extra point for my shot. Because I used to shoot up here before. the 3-point
Hey,
line coming.
man. Hey, you dating us too, bro. Like some of these kids think the 3-point line always been there. Nah. We remember when it wasn't.
we was in the gym at practice waiting on coach, and he coming from Columbia from the meeting, and he come in there with a big smile. I'm like, what you smiling for? He told me, Eddie. I said, what? Oh, you're gonna get an extra point for your shot. I'm like, what are you talking about? They about to pin a line out here 19 feet, and you can come in from shooting 21 feet. But I mean, like I say, it was great seeing that, and like I say, even I saw your podcast. I didn't come in on the link. I mean, when the Andrew Harlow family, and I know you talk about it, and I feel a female should be in that lineup, and that's the female. Either I mean, there's plenty of females could have go in that lineup,
But she should have been in that number.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they pick it. I don't know who on the committee or whatever, but I just think they should have actually had that as part of their rules. I mean, it would be if they're selecting 3 at a time, it should be either one girl, 2 guys, 2 girls and 1 guy next go around, or however. I don't know.
You got to acknowledge the female sports, because
yeah,
they put in just as much work as the guys.
Well, they put in more work than the guys, because they put in the work on the court, and then they went to the dressing room and they came back out and been our cheerleaders, Jamal.
Yeah.
along with all other cheerleaders. So they put in a lot of work.
No doubt, man. But hey, Shaq, man, listen, big stuff right here. I appreciate you. That now this they mad now. Lord, the God didn't win again. They
Hey, look. Hey, when leaders, men can come together and have a civil conversation, that is the best thing, and it's the thing that upset a lot of people. They don't want us to get along. Some people don't. I say I'm talking. It doesn't. It's not color specific, but they just know that. And I have to be very careful the things I say out on in whatever platform, because of where I sit. But, but because I know they're waiting for something to jump on and run with. But I appreciate you coming on, and I look forward to talking with you here in the next couple of days.
Yeah, man, you know how it is. I'm just like I say, one thing I said, I got my mom ways in me. I tell people exactly how I feel, and I still love them from the heart.
That's the only way it should be.
That's from God up above,
Yep.
And I know a lot of people probably look at me, if him and the mayor on the podcast together, they're probably gonna be sitting there arguing and fussing. No, at the end of the day,
that's why they tuned in. That's why I titled it the way I titled it. Listen, I know what time it is.
The hype man right here.
Ooh, hey, and then I put that sauce on it today too. Ooh, listen,
you put a lot of sauce on that thing. I was in here trying to get myself together, and I saw the promo, and I was like, oh shit, we gonna get paid.
Listen,
nah, we ain't gonna do that.
Hey, and the numbers is there, but again, man, y'all, yeah, man, this is big, and again, we look forward to the update. You feel what I'm saying? To we get this resolved or whatever, and because I think like I said, it's a lot of I love the town, and I know it's a lot of potential there. Otherwise, I wouldn't fight for it the way that I do. But brother, I appreciate you, and I guess that's probably them snubbing Demetra is why the Redskins me.
Yo, hey,
okay.
That's she gonna make up with them winning the championship, huh?
Hey, Jamal, all I'm gonna tell you, my NBA team, what they did last year.
No doubt.
So I'm taking it one day at a time, but it's a good feeling, especially with them Cowboys fans. They don't like that.
Hey, they screaming Dion now. You know they bad, huh? Dion, come save us.
But just like I said, I just think there ain't no better way for it to end than going back into the division to go to the Super Bowl. So us and Philly, I mean, that's how it is.
Yeah, I'd definitely be tuned in. That quarterback y'all got is boy is
he's Daniels.
yeah,
Yeah.
he like
Jaden
that.
Daniels. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just think it's, and plus, you know, I ain't, you know me, I be wanting the full squad in there. Yeah, we beat Philly and Hurts and out, and and that's what everybody says. So I want him to be in there the whole game, and let's see. Because like I said, at the end of the day, I mean, hey, let's call it like it is. Yeah, Philadelphia got strong. Let's see him in person. You know, when I go to the game, have tickets, walk down the field before the game starts. They walk right by me. I have the personal. I know I'm a big guy, and Hurts walks by me. I'm like, whew, God, he is
Hurts,
big.
big guy.
Yeah, he
Yes,
a big boy.
he
Oh, I didn't
big.
know that.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm talking. I could have reached out and touched him. Yet last year when I went, I
Mm-hmm.
had passed to go down the field and watch them warm up and stuff. But at the end of the day, we come there to play. I mean, if they think we're just gonna come there and say, "Hey, y'all go hit the Super Bowl," no, that ain't gonna happen. And Philly fans like Jared inbox me
Oh,
and,
you know he
and
watching.
all, and, he tell me all his stats and all, and I text it there. I don't care nothing but all the stats of what we let happen and all that. Hey, Sunday, the last time, any given Sunday,
Any
any
given
given
Sunday.
Sunday. So that's it. It'll be a good one. But the last thing, I mean, I'm just glad it's back in our division. I mean, some other people, they rooting the other team. They should be rooting for this division, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
they're a different kind of breed. Hey, how you say people ain't like, see Veronica post that eagle thing. That's right, Veronica, post that eagle. There's no brain on Dallas Cowboy either. But nah, it's great though. Man,
It's all
appreciate
good, man.
everything you do, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
You already know.
Yes,
You
sir.
All right,
Appreciate you,
brother.
man.
Yep.
Appreciate you. Uh-huh.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. No doubt, no doubt. Now, so the next time, y'all, it's gonna be real now when I get hyped like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm gonna have to do something.
you gotta deep, again, if they don't know me by now, the folks, I'm not gonna get on any platform and just have a complete meltdown. Because I know that there's a way to work it out, but we can't do it on Andrews the News or whatever that site is. It's not Andrews News. That's just Andrews Gossip. And so, but I appreciate him coming on, and I look forward to talk with Eddie on Friday or whenever we can get together. And here the thing is, hey, maybe you're setting the precedence here. Anybody else want to come on and
he's a leader. He's a leader. That's a man. That's why I was calling. Listen, I'm calling out them Castlemans, the ones who sitting back there with all that stuff to say about Andrews the podcast. That's who I'm calling about. That's who.
Oh, you saw that?
I you know what I mean?
Who is this guy anyway?
Nobody. A clown. A coward. The link is in the description. That's what I knew. I knew that. That's this thing set up to play like it. You feel what I'm saying? Because you got two reasonable people. All right, let's see about getting these two reasonable people together and see what happens. That's what we do over here. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. If it's gonna be any mess, I'm gonna start the mess. But I listen. But nah, man. But that's what it do. You feel what I'm saying? And again, that hopefully that shows some of those people that came over before. And here's the thing: they're gonna come over for the drama, period. But hopefully learn something on the way out the door. And do not try to draw a parallel between your personal account and a corporate account.
Yeah.
Okay. That's two different things. You feel what I'm saying? Two different things.
And again, all kind of things can affect your usage for that particular month. It could be a break. It could be you may have a large gathering at your house. All those things that play into it. So it's not it's not a good method to compare your neighbors to yours, or this city or this town to Georgetown, because it's very, very different. And those rates, and I invite folks to take a look at our rates are posted. Georgetown is and the district, and you'll see. And then what? And you also have to consider that this town was under consent order and had to, because it was not generating the revenue.
What is a consent order? What is a
consent order? Is like, again, our systems are permitted through DES, Department of Environmental Services, formerly known as DHEC. And so over time, there was no increase. The system wasn't being maintained, old pipes and those kind of things, right? So DHEC, came in and said, okay, you're going to have to do X, Y, Z to get the system up, because the money you generate through water and sewer is supposed to be enough to sustain that system, and that salary, equipment, parts, all that stuff. And that money is set aside just for that purpose alone. Well, we weren't doing that for many, many years. And so DHEC come in, just like anything else. All right, this is a court order. You're going to have to figure out how to do this. And they were very prescriptive in when I came in 2016. They wanted us to raise the rates 60%. They did the math, and they said, in order for you to generate enough revenue to get this system up, upgraded, you're going to have to raise everybody's rates. So we went back and negotiated with them, and came out with, I think, the first couple of years in 17, 18, I think it was, I don't know, I'm guessing maybe 20%. I think I'm guessing. But now where we are, because we started to replace these old systems, the maintenance cost has gone down. And so we were able to get to a point now where we only have to raise the rates 3.5% a year. So that consent order is an order telling you got this time to get these things fixed. And if you don't, then we start talking about other things like, receivership. And receivership basically is looking for a bigger unit, a bigger organization like for example, Georgetown Water and Sewer District, to take over your system. Mm-hmm. Well, we met and exceeded that, that requirement, and we no longer have a water consent order. So we met that over, by doing the things we're doing right now, which is replacing those pipes, those lift stations, and going away, because those lift stations are very expensive, man. You're talking about pumps that are $10,000, $20,000 each. It depends on the size of it, right? And so then when you put wipes and cloth into your sewers, into your system, or things, those wipes, you're going to burn that motor out. And people don't understand that when you pour grease down your drain or your toilet, it all goes to the same place. And at times like this, it's going to become a ball, and it's going to block your system. So we got through, again, we met the water consent, but we were on both water and sewer. We're still right now working off of the trying to get off of this sewer consent order. And we, again, making great progress. There's no threat of losing our sewer system. And so we're in good shape. But, those kind of things are not, tangible, but absolutely critical to the economic growth, the safety, public safety, all those things that people don't see. So you think there's not, nothing is happening. Imagine building a house without a solid foundation and see what happens to it. So our water and sewer, our infrastructure is our foundation. And that's where we focus most of our resources. And again, we try to talk about it. We want people to be informed, but nobody really cares until, it impacts them directly. And then they run to Andrews News. But that's not the way. So come see me. We're gonna talk about it.
No doubt. And you can come on over
That's
here.
Where we are.
Andrews FC News. And you notice, listen, I ain't even getting into the conversation. This is a meeting place. Let the people you want to talk to, the man over here, come over, Tuesday nights. Make your way on over here again. But if possible, just call the town hall, go do that set up a meeting. Somebody, not
Yeah,
the
just like
administrator.
Yeah. No, it was not. Yeah, it was not the administrator. It's the clerk who deals with accounts receivable. And she
So
listen.
Clerk,
Yeah, she's really good at what she does. And so, again, when my people are attacked, man, I that's the same way I was in the military, man. There's many occasions where I had to go see somebody about attacking my because they're working hard. They're trying to do the best they can with limited resources. And so, and again, when it gets to this point, I'll step in and address that with the customer, whomever he or she may be. I've never shied away, just like Eddie, I've never shied away from talking to anybody about anything because I spent the time to understand what we're doing here and to improve it. So, and if we're off, we'll make it right. It's that simple. But public opinion is not going to help any situation in this regard.
Andrew's a podcast will though. Hey, listen, guys. Again, the warming shelter, Mount Olive Baptist Church, and beyond this day, okay, beyond this weather event, you know what I mean. Consider making a donation to this organization. Okay, that's their address right there, Mount Olive Baptist Church of Georgetown, 1043 Duke Street, Georgetown, South Carolina. And let me find their phone number here. Where is that? Mount Olive Baptist Church, Mount Olive Baptist of Georgetown. The phone number is 843-240-8250. That is 843-240-8250. Real fast, sir, I appreciate you for hanging out there with me, but I know it's time to go get medicated and get yourself some rest. But
man,
I just want to I want to shout out those folks on the other side of the one of our in-county rivals, Carvers Bay. Got some kids over there, and again, I've had some parents that have been really sharing some information with me to share to other parents, and hopefully we were able to put something together to get these parents to, get together and talking about things. But you had Dabo Sweeney show up on the campus of Carvers Bay yesterday, doing brave the snow and all that. Well, what it is the college recruiting period is
don't do it not Clemson.
Well, I mean,
Brother Giles.
That's Brother Giles, man. And that's the Bama right there. Alabama offensive line coach came on campus yesterday, man. Like, it's serious, man. And that's again, that's a product of attending these camps and having, your parents, you're gonna have to invest on that front end. Invest on that ninth graders, 10th graders, this information, make use of it, get these kids evaluated. Again, shout out to Coach Smitty, who was reinstated over there at Kingstree, South Carolina. That's big news. But I just wanted to salute Coach Richard over there.
Big time. Hey, look, man, we got talent over here too. So again, back to the conversation we had a couple of weeks ago with Coach Smitty, and again, shout out to him for I think he's being reinstated. At least that's what's out there on that dreadful social media, which is good again for all the right reasons. But we got to give these guys, and we got some crazy talent here now at Andrews. And we want those guys to have the best shot at playing at the next level. But to get Dabo Sweeney and those kinds of guys in Alabama down there, that's a big deal. So shout out to Judge Giles and his son for all for their accomplishments. And I know sky's the limit for this guy when he go to the next level.
Man, Dad's putting in the investment, man. getting
Hey,
this
we
kid
got an
out.
All-American now.
I think he's supposed
We
to
got
head up to California here, to perform in some camps, and and that's the move. That's that book that Smitty was talking about. You're gonna get your stats in that book that goes up to these college recruiters. You're gonna have to attend these camps. You're gonna have to, as a parent. And you see here this from the 9th graders, and that's a good thing to do, is go ahead and get them kids tracked, because you're gonna have to be consistent with this, and you're gonna have to invest in your child.
But what we don't talk about at all right now, we've got a pretty talented young man playing basketball too, young Hope, and so hopefully because we just haven't, and I know we can't cover it all, baseball, all that business, man, but we just got some really talented kids, and I see him playing at the next level as well, big time. We just got to figure out how to break through these colleges and get someone coming down looking at our student athletes.
No doubt, somebody need to be calling Coach Richard, man, making these, at the handshake this year, just suggesting, just like, hey, I know they'll come up with, I know they'll share the information, but
yeah, they will. They're good folks over there, man.
I'm with you. All right, so do you know if is the Jones Avenue? I'm sorry, y'all. That's just where I'm from. I don't care what y'all call it down that area. That's just what it is. But the Jerusalem Center down there they are open tonight.
I would have to follow up. I'm not sure. I would suspect that they are.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me. Who's Lee? Man. Oh, I know. Okay, good. Got it. I got to call the pro tem. He's I've been out today, so he's missed several calls from him. He's concerned that I tap out. I'm not going anywhere.
Gotcha.
But man, it's cold. This thing jumped on me last
But sir,
night.
listen, if
so shoot, I didn't realize I could have hang on an hour and a half. I was really counting on 30 minutes.
Hey man, that's that $600, man. I guess it'll go over and beyond.
Yeah,
over and beyond.
I know that's right.
But hey, any last words before we get out of here?
No, we just encourage people to stay off the road, and please, and if you have to be, obviously take the necessary precaution to get to your destination safely. This is nothing to play with, man. Black ice will put you in places that you're going to need a lot of help to get out of. You just your car will slide to wherever that stopping point is. So we encourage you to stay off the road. And again,
you got to be patient too, because we don't have the equipment in our DOT departments, because this is a rare weather event. We don't have the equipment to really service these side roads, these back roads. So definitely chill out.
Yep. So, and we'll be publishing our operational hours, or whether we're closed tomorrow. That should be coming out. It's probably out there now. I'm not sure, but we'll be publishing that soon. Just don't expect any trash services, because again, black ice with that big bobsled, we're not going to put those guys at risk like that. Okay, appreciate you, man, and again, being able to address these things before they get too far out of pocket, and again, I appreciate Eddie coming on and his apologies, and but I also understand it's business, and so that's how we're going to handle it.
No doubt. All right, y'all have a good
Are you tired of dealing with pesky cockroaches in your home or office? Look no further than our $200 German cockroach treatment. Our program is eco-friendly, safe for both children and adults, and will quickly eliminate any cockroaches present. Plus, our fast, effective service ensures that your property will be clean and free of any mess left behind. Don't wait until it's too late. Contact us today and enjoy a cockroach-free home or office.